Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above, or Sunday evening if you're on the other side of the world. Hope you guys have had an amazing weekend. It's a beautiful, bright day out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Yesterday, very snowy, so there's still a lot of snow on the ground, which makes it even brighter. So we will try not to be blinded. Let's get our desktop all set up here, and we will get started here. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great host of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor. So welcome, welcome to the tribe. And if you want to know how all the free readings and donations work, if you check out the description box of the video, it talks about all of that. Basically, we just go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I step out of the free readings to complete those and dive deeper. And then I go back into the free readings and move down the list. So we will get into that here. Shout out to a couple of my YouTube channel members, Kritika. Hey, Kritika and Shalia. Good to see you guys. Congratulations on winning two of the memberships. For everyone else, if you want to be included next month, YouTube does give me 10 free memberships to give away at my Zen Cricket level. And you just have to have your little gift settings set to on in order to be eligible. And YouTube is the one who chooses them. They have some sort of algorithm that chooses them. So it's not me, it's YouTube in spirit. You just have to make sure. And to look at that, all you have to do is if you click on that little dollar sign at the bottom of the chat, there'll be a memberships option. When you click on that, it'll open up a little box that will have like three dots. At least that's what it looks like on mine, which is a menu. And then it has membership settings. You click on that, and then a little box opens up, and you just have this little switch. You switch from off to on, and then you are eligible. So that is how that works. So congratulations. But before we get any further, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, I definitely would welcome that. And let me just make sure I had that set right. All right. And so, when one of us sends unconditional love out to the world, it transforms a million people having lower vibrational fear energies. So, if we do it every day, each individually, we're making an impact on the whole collective in the world. So, never underestimate your power. Um, and then when we join together, it doesn't just add on top of one another. When we do it as a group at the same time, it multiplies the impact. So, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can do it anytime. And we meet outside of space and time where all that beautiful love exists and it rolls out. So, before we do that, I'm just going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now, and let everything else go. So, if you'd like to join me, beautiful. As I hit my beautiful singing bowl, we'll have that love flow down into our heart, fill us up, and then flow out to the world. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Just put that back there. Let it continue its singing there. It's a very powerful bowl. It just sings and sings and sings and sings. I don't know why I look up at that light instead of my camera. I'm looking into the light. All right. So, let's take a look here. So, also a big thank you to all of you for being subscribers. We have reached 2,000 plus subscribers. So, here's a little link to a video that talks about a drawing. It's a big thank you to all of you. I'm going to have a drawing at the end of the month, so you can get into the drawing. I'm going to be giving away multiple uh, types of readings, and depending on how many people actually um, enter the drawing is determines how much I give away. So could be unlimited. You can so be sure to check that out because I do want to thank you guys. Also, I introduced relationship readings toward the end of January, and for the month of February, all the way up until the end of it, they are half off. So here's a video that talks about the different types of love readings, and the pricing's listed there. But it's all based on readings that I've done over the last year and a half of everyone, what the people are asking, what they'd like to know. So I have all the questions that we dive into with all those. So those are available there. And let's see what else. Oh, yeah. Hello. We just put out my new podcast. Super excited. It's from chaos to cozy. Here's the link to the first video, which is the introduction. Talks a little bit about what it's going to be about and the things that offer. On Wednesdays, I'm going to be adding a cozy chat for my YouTube members, both at Zen Cricket and at Praying Mantis levels, where we'll take an hour to talk about the content of the podcast, put tools to work, and we have an open Q&A too, where I'll answer questions about your journey. So if you're interested, my Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month, and Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. Praying Mantis, in addition, like Zen Cricket, you'll get advanced access to the future podcasts as I put them out. My pick a cards, as I put those out, you get advanced access a week or so in advance, plus access to that cozy chat. The Praying Mantis, in addition to all of that, and all the little other stuff that comes with the Zen Cricket, you get a Q&A on Thursday nights for 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. And after each one of these free readings, I have an hour with my Praying Mantis members where we're learning, we're growing, we do readings, we do past life readings, oracle readings, all sorts of stuff. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box of the video, and it talks more about, too, on my website, what all comes with each of those things. All right. So there you go. That's everything I wanted to talk about right now. Let's get this out of the way, and we will get into it. I do have a couple donations, so we'll start there. So, Dune, someone beat you first here through PayPal. So, Shay Shay, hey Shay Shay, thank you for your donation. So, you will be up first here. Let me just see. I don't think I saw a question yet. There you are. Okay. Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that. You get in line early. Hey, you can do that. All right. So thank you for that donation and like a love reading for February. All right. Let me just shuffle these, get them all activated, and then Dune will be up next after that. All right. Wow. All right. Here we go. They are excited. They're already popping out here. All right. Quite a bit here. Let's see what all this is about here. All right. Well, the energy on the bottom of the deck, I have to laugh. You do have the Fool card as well as, wow, you got the Knight of Cups, the Princess of Cups, all this love energy coming in here. So definitely February, there is a new adventure afoot here regarding love because you have the Knight coming in, which is, like the knight on shining armor coming in offering love here. I know, woohoo! And then you also have, oops, I guess I could have it on camera, the Princess of Cups, Page of Cups too. All right, good to see you, Shalia. Have a great day. And hey, Asuna. So I like that energy, of course. And then you've got 4 sets of 2. So let's look at these first. Okay. So, if there was any doubt, we got here the Lovers card coming in here with the Four of Cups. So, the Four of Cups is emotional stability and this feeling of emotion that starts within you, that big Ace of Cups behind her head here. This is your self love. I know, right? But you fill up on the inside and it overflows out. So, it's really important. Part of this journey is, for that too, um, is that the outside world doesn't give you the love and you can't receive love or give love more than to the extent you love yourself. So it's really important with these two cards, and any time really, but it's emphasized here that focus on expanding your inner love. That opens up, not, it's a win-win-win-win, because you get to experience this unconditional eternal love from above that fills you up and overflows, but also it expands the ability to give and receive love to humans too. So very important to piece of that, which like you said, exactly, I know. And yeah, and I like this here too. So you've got the Two of Wands and the Emperor. So this is about action and energy and putting forth your intention, what you're wanting, and getting out of our head of the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos around love. We're given so much opinion growing up. This Emperor is like, if you can imagine yourself as an empress sitting in a giant throne room, all these people blah 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 blah, telling you what you should do with your empire, and you're like, yeah, get out of your head. You're like, yeah, thank you everybody for your opinion, but now everyone can leave. The Empress is about to make her choices. You put form around it, you put energy around it, and this is where that Two of Wands is too. When we focus on gratitude and our energy around what we want, um, there's there's a fine line between determining what it is that we're wanting to focus our energy on, and then we're getting caught up in the wanting or the needing or feeling like it's missing. Because if we get into the energy of wanting, we're telling the universe, I really like wanting something, but not getting it, if that makes sense. The energy is, I enjoy, I enjoy the process of wanting something. So make me want it for a long time. Don't bring it too early, right? Same thing like healing. We don't focus on healing, we focus on health. I don't like the process of healing because that means I'm always having something happen to heal from, because we're telling the universe, I enjoy the process of healing. So, abuse me, throw me around so that I have, something to heal from. It's like, no, 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 no. We like health, we like love, we like gratitude. Okay, very good. So I love that. um, so very much stepping into the power there. Yeah, I feel like it's been a while, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hanged One here. These are both 2 patience and longevity cards. The Knight, slowest moving knight out of them all here, and the Hanged One is all about process and transformation, right? So, I like this because with them saying that you're having this, the movement here with the Knight of Cups and the Fool, that's good. That means that the waiting is over, the transformation that you've been waiting on, you've been raising your love vibration so that you're not bringing in lower vibrational, you know, doing what we always did, getting what we always got. It's like, bleh. That's why things slow down to keep these things from coming in, give you the opportunity to raise your love vibration. Now things are speeding up and bringing those things in. So I like that. Yeah, okay, and there we go. There's the Empress I was talking about. So it is definitely new birth, passion, a lot of emotion. The Five of Swords is getting out of your head into your heart. So we already talked about that, right? Um, but I love this new beginnings, this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, with the Emperor and the Empress, coming in here. This is about stepping into both your divine masculine and divine feminine energies, that, and I don't probably need to tell you this. but it's good just affirmation that, you don't have to be, the, feminine, divine feminine energy of like, "Oh, I have to wait for everyone else and do what they want." It's like, "No, you can step into your power." You it's the give and take, and that you, can ask for what you want, and you have the royal feel and the strength and the confidence to be, "This is who I am, and I do not need to fear you. I do not need to fear asking for what I want, sharing what I want," and, really being in, that sense of power, right? And so I like that for you. So February, great month for love for you, Shay Shay. I like it. So that is what they have, and, I like that. There's not more, that they have right now there for you, but yeah, the 5 of Swords is, um, again, at the bottom of the deck here, so it definitely is, you know, just making sure we get out of our head and into our heart, and, thank everyone for all their opinion, but you get to step into your power, and you get to decide what you want, how you want, and all that, not have to do all that. So, yeah, let me know. I live vicariously through all of you in relationships, because I'm not done, but I don't, it's been a decade, and I'm very happy with my life. It is a journey. So thank you so much again for your donation. And thank you so much for your donation to Love 1234. You will be right up after Dune. So Dune is up next here. All right. So let's give that some love, Dune. And it lets me like it too. Perfect. All right. So you enjoyed. Oh, very good. So you enjoyed the course today and the woman from Greece. Of course, you wonder how deep your friend relationship will come, even though she has a boyfriend. Will we do other things together, and will she be good help for you, Brooke? All right, absolutely. Let's take a look. I'm glad we knew you were going to enjoy it. It's like how exciting. I just feel like you are like super, super, um, super, super focused on that. So I like that. Let's see here. What else do they want you to know here? All right, and this here. All right. All right, all right, all right. Wow, yeah, you got a lot going on here, which is good. The energy on the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords, which is, really letting go of a lot of the, you know, um, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. You're ready for this. The people pleasingness, I just feel like there's a lot of release that's coming through all of the stuff of expectations and a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. I feel like a lot of this has to do with writing, because you have the Eight of Swords too as your first card. So that both those energies combined is a release of a lot of, because swords are communication, but it's also writing, and it's part of communication. So I feel like a big piece of what happens is they're sharing their knowledge with you, um, which is good here. I feel like, that not much will, uh, continue. Well, it's not going to be more than the class with this one, and I'll show you why here in a sec. But because they even got the temperance card of, the slowness of relationship is coming, but it's not time for a relationship right now. It's the focus on your changing mindset. You're really focusing on the writing piece here, because this is the dream. This is the Nine of Cups, dream come true. Princess of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. So this is the opportunities, regarding writing, and she will definitely help with, you know, challenging you, giving you new perspectives around writing, different ways, that they like their approach is not to like be a teacher like in grade school where they're grading you going, "Nope, nope, this is not good." They're more her intentions are more to question, to challenge, to have you see different perspectives, and you're making the choices for your creation because the books and everything you write are your babies, right, in a way. And so you are, having this creation, having this, come forward here. So you definitely will do this, but this is all about new opportunities around the writing and in your dreams come true, not your emotional dreams come true. We'll talk about that here. This is more that because the Page of Wands here, they are an inspiration to you here. And it's important to keep it separate between, it's like, wow, I really like them, but it's the energy that you're feeling has a lot to do with your excitement of your dream, and they are part of that, so they could seem dreamy, and I know a Grecian, they're very beautiful, I'm sure, as well, but it's like, focus your energy on the writing right now. It's important here, you've got, the temperance card, the love that you are going to have is gonna be when you're gonna find them when you move, to a new country, right? We know that from previous readings, they're reiterating that, because right now you're focusing here too with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is about, you know, uh, leaving behind the emotions that no longer serve you, and you really, in the meantime you are also here. Let's see if I can do this here. Here we go. You've got the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. Both of these are very intuitive, very empathic, very in tune with their emotions. The High Priestess, in addition, of course, connects to the higher realms, goes behind the veil, dives deep into emotion. But there is a big piece of emotional transformation that's happening for you, preparing you for a future relationship as well. So anything you get into now, the emotional energies are still, there's some still emotional ties and emotional connections that it's time to let those go. You will be processing those, but for relationship wise, that's what they want you to, realize that you're preparing for the future, right? Yeah, very good. You shared some experience. Very good. Yeah, so, you definitely have this, this energy, to look at those things and focus in on learning and the viewpoints with your writing. This is not a dating class. This is a writing class. Your spirit guide saying that to you. And but definitely because you're going to be transforming emotional things. And I feel like the writing somehow helps you release old emotions, lets you free up some emotion that allows you to be in a different place when you're moving, uh, you know, out of country, and that's where you're going to meet the love of your life. Um, so that's what they have there for you. You are very welcome, and thank you again. I'm excited to hear what how this writing class and how it's changing your approach and perspectives to your writing and the ideas and the spark. And I just feel an excitement bubbling below the surface for the writing too. So I like it, and being around people who are writing too, you don't feel so weird, like you're like you know. Um, and you maintain your uniqueness too. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Dune. So many blessings to you. And obviously, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you know. I just saw your question. That is not you. That was Dune. And so, but you are up next, and then Shinmei, Kritika, and Patty. Thank you guys so much. You will be up after that. So let's jump in here. Thank you for your donation. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just get down here to your questions. All right. So let's shuffle these up and get them recharged here. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on. So, number one, we want to check here and look at their energy towards you. All right, we'll look at that first. Let's see, we went to that. Ooh, okay, but not that one. This one of those. All right, very specific. All right, and then number two. All right, how did Sarah? All right, so the view. And then number three, when you too funny. As long as I receive the blackmail payments, I will not share that stuff with the world. I'm just kidding. But a bunch. All right. So let's take a look here. So question number one, what are their energies towards you here? Yeah, well, I like this. Whenever I get a yeah, I know. I know you didn't mean me. The other readers that you're cheating on me with. I know. But we have the King of Cups. King of Cups, this is great energy. Whenever I get this, this is like, the perfect mate in a way, the perfect partner because they're balanced between head and heart. They're not overly too mental where they're mental or can't express their emotion. They're also not too emotional on the other side where, they're flipping out and, imbalanced emotionally. There's this coming together of the beautiful balance between heart and mind. Um, I like this because with all of this energy here, you've got, let's see, let's just do it this way. So you've got the Death card, you've got the Six of Swords, and you've got the Three of Wands. And all of this has to do with, Three of Wands is about changing direction in their life and making different choices. And the Death and Rebirth, I love this one because they showed this beautiful phoenix on here and the butterfly even. But and the Six of Swords is leaving behind old ways of thinking and moving into higher ways of thinking. I With all this energy, I feel like they are, they uh you surprise them, you know. A lot of people will build themselves up and say this and that and like they fake their resume and say they're much and then, when someone interviews them, they're just like, okay, so this is a work of fiction, right? But for you, I feel like you almost underplay yourself and when people meet you and when they really get to know you, they're just like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting that," in a positive way, and then, "Wow, what?" I just feel like they feel like you are a lot of those things, this beautiful combination of things, so I like it, that's their energy towards you, I just feel like they are just like, "Wow, I" it's like they thought, "Well, we'll go on a few more dates, we'll see how things unfold, blah, blah, blah." But in this case, they're just like, "Wow, no," I feel like if they had other dates that they were gonna go on or whatever, I feel like they're like, "No, I don't need to go on these other dates, I'm really interested in you," and I like that. So boom, boom shakalaka. So that's what they have for question 1. Number 2, so how do they view you? From the event last night. The devil, you are the devil, but the King of Pentacles too. I feel like, they view you here as someone who, you don't mean to. It's just part of who you are. You're a beautiful mirror for people. And because of the confidence you exude, the fire energy that you have, and how you go forward, people get intimidated by you. You are not intimidating, people are intimidated, and there's a difference there because of their lower self-esteem and how they feel. They're just like, whoa, 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 like you pick up things fast, you overachieve, all those wonderful things that people who have been doing things for a while might be like, whoa, wow, you make me look bad, in their mind. But the King of Pentacles too, they like it because they like the challenge. They're not, even though they might have been a little intimidated or thrown off a little bit, they like it. They're like, "Wow, you're definitely beneficial, productive," and I feel like they needed a challenge. They needed to see like, "Oh, I'm gonna step up." And I kind of feel like they did last night in a way too, where whatever was going on, I don't know if they were working the event. I just feel like they brought their A game, whereas before they're just like, I'll go and do this," but they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and they really felt good about the job they did rather than doing it mediocre. You made them, did that, right? So that's what's coming in for there. Not yet, Shinmei. You'll be up next. After Love 1, 2, 3, 4, just a little bit longer here. So that's what's for number two, and then number three. Yeah. No, nothing to worry about. Yeah, exactly. You can't help it. I know. I can relate because um, you know there's individuals who do the job of 2 or 3 people, and, when they back off, "Well, I don't want, to impact other people." We back off, we're still doing the work of 2 people instead of 3 and 4, but it's still our low sometimes is still other people's highs. And that's the kind of energy. You're like, "Well, I try not to," but it's like, it's not your responsibility." And you got the 7 of Pentacles, so, nothing to worry about the past. This is a beneficial one. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So anything from the past that you're afraid of coming into the light, no, it's all positive fruit. There's no, you know and you got the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, abundance, dreams come true, flooding, beautiful, beautiful, positive energies. So nothing to worry about with, question 3. So I like it. That's what they have for you right now. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you again for your donations and for your sense of humor, of course. Appreciate that. I love it for you too. You are very welcome. All right. So let me just make sure I didn't bypass anyone. Nope. So Shinmei, you are up next. So let's give that some love there. And it's let me like those two. And celebrating your 20th super chat on live stream. So thank you for allowing me to be your 20th. And so you wanted to know if, okay, Dick Shaw's current feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look here and see. What are their current feelings for you? And we'll see what they want you to know here. And they want this one right here. All right. Well, their overall energy here on the bottom of the deck, they do have this, the strength card, this is their human and this is their higher self. And I feel like they're kind of focused on me, 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 me right now. And we'll see what else they have here too. But I just feel like they're really super focused inward. Wow, yeah. Wow, they got a lot going on here. So, yeah, I can see here why you might feel like, "What? How are they feeling? What's going on with them?" Because oops, lost my slipper there. But, yeah, I think they're losing their slipper there, Shinmei. Um, but, because 'cause we've got the Tower card, so I feel like they just had some significant shakeups in their life, and the 9 of Pentacles here too. Which is, the 9 is like the hermit's journey, and the pentacles is the outside world where they're kind of pulled inward, where they're focusing in on themselves. So I see where this strength energy is coming in, where they're very like internal, really questioning things, really connected here. And um, and then just to back all that up, we got the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. So they've got a lot of um you know, uh, trouble going on here with this. The 5 of Wands is like a lot of conflicting energy in their life, and the Nine of Wands feeling like things are blocking them. And so they very are much here with the King of Swords in their head, wanting clarity of life, trying to figure things out. So I feel like the message that they'd be giving you is like, I'm sorry if you feel like I'm neglecting you, or that there's distance or action or no contact or whatever it may be, because their life is a mess. It's like this volcano is erupting, and I'm glad if they are not in contact that you're away from that, because you don't want to be burned by the lava that's flowing out of their life. It's like, whoa, they just are in a place of great challenge, which is good for them. They need that in their life. Um, but they are caught up in overthinking things, feeling like everything is against them, feeling like things are just flying out of their life, and it's freaking them out. And so there's a lot of, fight or flight activated within them, and I feel for them that they're not so much a fighter as they are a fleer. They will withdraw. That's where all this withdrawing is going on here. They're withdrawing into their head, and they kind of pull back away everything out of their life. And I feel like that's what they want you to know is this isn't you. This is like my entire world is on fire, from this volcano. And it's good because whatever these restrictions and things, they wanted this to happen in their life, it's happening for them. But you're good at a good safe distance. It's like the volcano started her up, you're on a little yacht and you're going out away from the island while all the stuff's going on. And then once it stops and everything cools off, then the boat will bring you back into port. And so just in the meantime, just trust that this is happening for you too, that you're like, whoa, I don't want to get burned by all that lava, is what they keep bringing back. So while we're waiting, of course, we can look and see, we can do that, focus on ourselves too, and what can I release in my own life? While we're waiting, we don't have to, be bored, going, when are they going to get here? We can look at raising our love vibration, questioning our own thoughts, our own fears, releasing old emotions, decluttering the physical world. We can keep ourselves busy, because it's just a win-win. It's beneficial for us to do that, because whenever things are going slow, um, especially in relationships, their lower vibrational energy is slowing it down. But if we have any lower vibrational energy, it also slows things down. And if we raise our love vibration, that helps speed things up from our viewpoint. Even though in their head things might be still going slow, things speed up for us in our reality. So it's a win-win for you there. So hopefully that helps, Shinmei. Many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. No, Minahil, haven't done any free readings, just for anyone's information there. I am on the donations right now, so just a heads up for everyone. Thanks for asking. I forget to let people know that. All right, so Shinmei, thank you. Blessings, hang in there. And then Kritika Sayani, hi. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. All right. And you want to know the future of your connection with Anavesh. All right, let's take a look here and see, based on current energies, what Spirit wants you to know. All right, boom, boom, and boom. And these two. Whoops, stop. And then these two. All right, actually, I think there was three there. Yeah, all right. Let's see what we got going on here. So you got three cards, 1, 1, 1, and then three cards like this, and then two cards on the end. So it's like 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, whatever, if that means anything. But yeah, the energy on the bottom of the deck here, Kritika, we got the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Cups, and I definitely feel like there is this block here with the Nine of Wands towards this wish fulfillment. We'll see what these cards are here. But yeah, if you feel like there's something that's like holding it back, and even, usually the Nine of Wands will show someone with a bandage on their head where they feel like they're just hitting their head up against a wall over and over again. If you're like, yeah, I can relate to that. There is a emotional block between the two of you, and we'll see where it's at. Is it on their end? It's on your end, or is it on both your ends? We'll see here. All right. So let's see what we have here. All right. I'm just gonna look at all the cards here. All right. Yeah, a lot of movement here. All right. Yeah, I feel like it's the emotional block is more on their end, which, when we talk about our inner child has a real out of balance giving and receiving um rate of exchange, where when we're younger, like if it's a parent that we feel we need to give 1,000 love coins and we get very little back, the little child learns that it goes down into our subconscious and it's running on autopilot down there. That's what's going on with them is they've got this out of balance where their inner child goes, oh no, 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 you can't have that yet. You can't have that dream. You can't have this love. You don't deserve it yet. And that's where a lot of this, uh, block is coming from with that. Um, I do see here, they're able to, of course, with the Knight of Wands, they're able to express passion. There is, of course, that um, you know, uh, vibrational attraction, physical attraction. That Knight of Wands is like, that's there for him. They're like, well, I can act on that. But I feel like, here's the emotional, challenge that comes in with them here with the Five of Cups is they're focused in on this old emotion that doesn't allow them to move forward. And I like that, that they tend to not want to feel like they're using someone for their passions when they know they can't give the love, if that makes sense. Because they can't give love because they don't have that love for themselves yet. So they're like, well, it's not really fair to, you know, um, you know, get how they say with the cow, get the milk, but without owning the cow. That's a US thing. But we got the 8 of Swords, here, which is them really looking at things in their mind. They are looking into their fears. They're trying to understand things. 8 of Swords is a good movement. It's freedom. They're realizing more and more, and they're really looking into what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are keeping them blinded and bound and trapped, right? That trapped feeling. So they are looking into it. That is coming in there. And we're like you said, we're looking for the future here. And just to jump, and I'll show you one other group of cards, but just to jump to the end of the story, because it's like, all right, but how's it gonna end up? Well, we have the Hanged One, which is transformation, the Six of Wands, which is victory, and they have the big heart there in the middle, and mutual passion, mutual attraction. So if you can wait, if you are able to hold out for as long as it's gonna take them, it does end up in victory, but I don't feel like you have, like, a destined relationship, like, for the rest of your life with them. It, and I don't feel like you in this lifetime, I don't feel like you have, like, every lifetime we choose before we come down here, are we gonna have a fated relationship that has to happen? It's our base experience, or is it optional where we can or cannot? And you are this lifetime, it's a can or cannot. So you don't have to have this relationship with them. It is one of the possibilities of the paths that you can have, but it's not like fated, like they are this fated relationship. You don't have a fated relationship in this lifetime that has to happen. It's more choice in this lifetime. And again, we have here, this is what they're going through. They have the 8 of Swords, now they have the 8 of Cups, which is they're also looking at their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and their emotions that don't serve them anymore to let them go. But, definitely a lot to do with their thinking here with the King of Swords and the Justice card, which has the Ace of Swords here. So they're really figuring out, trying to get past all these rules and all these beliefs that are rooted in small t truths of fear, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, all that stuff they learned growing up, which is what this Nine of Wands barrier is that's keeping you guys from moving toward one another. So I know you've been working on your Six of Pentacles, your um, relationship to, your giving and receiving, because, what we all have this out of balance where we feel we have to give so much to get so little, and you've been balancing that out. So your force field is not the big strong thing that's still have a little bit, that you're transforming in that, but the big force field is on their side. So hopefully that gives a little clarity there for you there, Kritika. But that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. And then Patty, hello, Patty. Let's give that some love there and a like. Perfect. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know, is the TEFL course you've just completed going to bring you lots of opportunities and an increase in finances? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Cards are a flying here. Wow. All those, really? All right. Let's see what these are here. You got a bunch of cards, but the first two cards that came flying out do show here you definitely new opportunities with the Three of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Three of Wands is about, changing directions with new information, new knowledge. So I feel like it's going to open up a path where you, with the Queen of Wands, you are the one that's going, you know what? I feel led. I'm going to follow my heart, follow my passion, and go this direction. So I feel like there is an opportunity that opens up, and you take the off ramp to go in this different direction. Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely I see here, you definitely it does help, your finances too. In addition to the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Wands. So, when you determine what you wanna do with this new information and this knowledge, you're gonna have these, like, ding, 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 this, ideas that pop into your head, but it's you with all this King of Wands, Queen of Wands, and Three of Wands. It's you choosing to go this direction. So trust that gut, trust that instinct where you go, and you head off in that direction. And the reason I say that is because you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is the schooling, training, moving up into a new position. um, you know, it's like a apprentice who studies and studies and studies becomes a master, right? And so that is this movement of pentacles, outside world of stuff coming in here. And again, you've got the Prince of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords, and the Justice card, which is rolls over air and balancing out of things. So here's all this knowledge with the sword suit here showing like, wow, you have the knowledge, you're balancing things, you're understanding things, and I feel like you're seeing things from a whole different perspective in regards to this um, part of your life, and it looks really good because Queen of Pentacles too, new birth, abundance, overflowingness coming in, and the Lovers card too, which the Lovers card is the emotional choice card, and I feel like they wanted to end on that with your reading because they want you to know that there's no wrong choice for you to take, and you don't have to fear it because you get to choose what something means. You get to choose how you feel about anything. What keeps us from taking like that off-road ramp or that, go this other direction is what will people think, right? We're always taught, well, when this happens, this is how you have to feel and what it means, blah, blah, blah. But that lover's card, the power of emotional choice is that you get to choose what anything means. So if you want to go this direction and it doesn't quite unfold exactly as you want right away, you're like, "It's okay. I chose this. I am okay with this, and we're gonna continue." You're not gonna let that fear of what people will think hold you back. You are stepping into your power of emotional choice. So I like it. Definitely a lot of opportunities. All this fire, and I feel like you're just on fire with this, new opportunities. But it's you choosing going forward. You got the king and the queen. You have all the power you need to be able to move forward and to make things happen for sure. All right. So that's what they have for you. Sorry, Patty. And so many blessings. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then Mia, you are up. Let's give that some love there. And I like their hello, hello. Let's see. Where are your, let's see. There we are. So hello. So you want to know, will F expect your confession? And will it impact him to the point to doubt his present situation? All right, let's take a look here. So are they expecting your confession? Confess, confess. All right. And then will it cause him to doubt his current situation? Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. And then will it cause a change here? All right. Well, we got the Ace of Swords for your first part of your question, and that Ace of Swords is new communication. I don't feel like they're expecting it. Um, and they have the Emperor energy here is like new beginning Aries, taking control and this is what they're not they weren't expecting you to like step up and ask for what you want, with this emperor. They because it's kind of divine masculine um moving forward energy, and they were like they weren't expecting that from you. Got the Wheel of Fortune though, which is like your human side is going to be pleased with how they do um react to it right off the bat, right? So I like that. They're not expecting it, but boom, boom, there it comes, is it gonna cause them to doubt their present situation? It does spawn something here because, with all the 4 cards you got the 3 of Wands, which is a change of direction, and also the Knight of Wands, which ignites passion and movement, fastest moving horse. We've got Disappointment card, and the 2 of Swords, which is getting out of their mind and into their heart. Um, so whatever the situation is that they're in, because I feel like they leave it, it does cause some either disappointment, heartbreak feelings to someone else or to themselves in a way. Because, whenever we change things, there's a part of us that does mourn a loss of some sort. Even though if we're going into a positive beginning, it's like when you leave I don't know if they show me this, but like when someone leaves a job and they might have hated the job, but they like the people and they're very excited about the new job they're getting. It's like a promotion, they're going somewhere, but they kind of still mourn losing the friendships, mourning some of the interactions, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's what's coming in here, but yeah, and you got the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the ooh, and the Death card too, right after it. So there is endings and beginnings regarding love with all of this too. Are you stealing them away from someone? You can't steal no one can steal anyone away from anyone. That's just a joke. Because no one can do that. You know, um, there's a joke that not a joke, there's a meme I saw that I can't mention on YouTube. But it's funny because, we can't. No one accidentally like falls. Oh, I tripped and I fell in love with someone. Sorry, no, it has to do with movement, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I like this. Yeah. Yeah. So, I do feel like there's this, regardless, you're with that Wheel of Fortune, your human's gonna be happy with whatever outcome comes into from the situation as well. So that's what's coming in right now, Mia Mia. So hang in there. Everything on purpose for you, right? So it's like if it didn't happen at the time before, there was a reason, and we just trust. We trust the path. All right. And then infinity is one. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love. And you want to know what is coming in with your love life? All right, let's take a look here, infinity. See, what does spirit want you to know about love? Yeah, I feel like um there's just because there were some cards that I was like, "Are those it?" And they're like, "No, move those out of the way." There was a message in that too about some things being moved out of your way recently. You even have the 2 of Pentacles, which is like this balancing out of your outside world. I just feel like there were some things that needed to be moved to feel more balanced in your life, and so just know that those individuals were moved, or situations, whatever it was, were moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose here for you. Wow, okay. Yeah, you got, oh my gosh, you've got, like, out of 6 cards here, you've got 5 major arcana. So you definitely have something coming in here with your love life, a transformation. Because your first card is the Major Arcana World card, last card in the Major Arcana, which is significant endings, um, ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure, something that's free of a lot of restrictions, a lot of supposed to be's, a lot of, the old way of love that you had before. I like this because I feel like you have been on in a transformation, right? You've been letting a lot of old mindsets go away, old emotions fall away, people out of your life. I just feel like you really been, uh, like the last year, well, really last 2 to 3 years, but this last year feels like it's been like whatever you were doing in year 2, year 3, this has been a year on steroids that's got you to this point of transformation. Um, and because you have the Lovers card that comes in next major arcana. So, definitely have this, beautiful empowerment, love coming in, but it's a love unlike anything that you've had before. You also have here, which tells you the work that you've been doing here. This is the way they came out, so that's why I'm putting them this way. You got the number 2 with the High Priestess, which is the, big number 2. And then the 2 of Swords, which you were it's all about you having, this all this balancing energy with that 2 of Pentacles on the bottom too. All these 2s, these choices that you've been making, this balancing that you've been doing. The High Priestess has been diving into the emotions, connecting with spirit, going behind the veil, really doing a lot of your inner shadow work, getting out of your head into your heart. So you've really stepped away from a lot of the fears that you've had in your life, and it's coming here fast. I mean, all these major arcana show that you're in this place of huge change in your love life. It's like you've been um, cutting away a lot of the lower vibrational things that have allowed you to move up, and I feel like you have been on this, the hanged one here is this you like being in a cocoon. You've been in this transformation for a little bit, and you're ready to, usually that's a patience card. Can't rush the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. But when these come out together, the emperor is about it's time for movement, it's time for choices and fire energy. It's Aries energy, it's new birth energy. And so there definitely is love that's opening up here, and the wait is over, right? Even on the bottom of the deck here, you've got the Star card, which is dreams come true, and the King of Cups, which if you hear enough of my readings, the King of Cups, when they come out around relationships, that's like the perfect partner, someone who's balanced in heart and mind as well. So I like this coming in here for you. Definitely, you've been doing the work. Huge, significant change in love for you, and I feel like it's sooner than later. I feel like if February, March, keep doing what you're doing, whatever you've been doing, keep doing it because it is speeding things up and allowing them to come in fast. So that is what they have for you. So thank you again for your donation, Infinity, and enjoy that. I'm just like, wow. I mean, I feel like I don't know why February 29th, it's a leap year. I feel like February 29th is an important date for you because it's non-existent. The last time it was here was 4 years ago, and I feel like you've been on this, and it feels like here it is, another, like a it's like once in a blue moon, but it's like every 4 years. It's like, here's an opportunity that you wouldn't have had before, but because of everything you've done, here is this opportunity. So I like it. All right, so that's what they have for you, Infinity. So many blessings to you. Hey, Jashan, shout out to and Johanna, a couple of my YouTube channel members. Shout out to you. All right, and then Johanna, thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love here. Hello, hello, hey. So, any advice and information on your nephew and his imaginary friend or spirit? Is it really spirit or is it? Oh, okay, let's take a look here and see what they want you to know. So, disclaimer, of course, I am not a licensed psychologist or a licensed physician. Check out the disclaimer, everyone. This is tarot. It's designed for entertainment purposes. Just in case, you never know. Let's take a look here. So, let's hear about what Spirit wants you to know. Advice or information on is this a spirit or is it mental, emotional situation here? All right. Um, Energy on the bottom of the deck, strength card, human, higher self, spirit. So I do feel like this imaginary friend is a spirit. Let's see what we have else here as well. All right. Okay. All right. Just in case there's any doubt, they like to just beat beat the horse here. Okay. Wow. So, nothing to fear with it. We got the 10 of cups, joy, overflowingness. So I feel very safe with this being here. Hey, just like your hand. Um, in the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, I feel like they spend a lot of time to themselves, but um, when we get the 9 of Pentacles, you see in their hand here, let's see if I can get it to focus here. The dove in their hand, that represents spirit. And the 9 of Pentacles is like this. 9 is the hermit's number of the major arcana. And so they're away. Pentacles is the outside world. So 9 of Pentacles is being away from like the world and to themselves. They have this strong connection with spirit, which um we also have the Queen of Cups, which I feel like your nephew is very in tune with spirit, very empathic. Um, they might have a lot of Pisces in their chart or water moon, but I feel like they're very connected to the other world. And so they definitely have that there. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you'll be a great source there. In addition, kind of reiterating what we just said, we got the Hermit's card here, and we've got the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is the highest you can get in the spiritual energy, which is like the soul or spirit. So again, alone with spirit. That's why it's like they're really just bringing this home, there. And I definitely feel here they could use your help, or someone's support, because it got the Five of Wands, which is movement and transformation of energy from fear to more loving, and the Knight of Cups is movement of emotion. So I feel like, they just need to know that they're not weird, and that this is normal and it's okay, and that they're safe. And I do agree with you that they can use that here, because I feel like they're spending a lot of time and they're afraid to kind of overly talk about it. But I have a couple people in my Praying Mantis member session that they shared how they had light beings when they were young children that were around them, and people couldn't see, and they were like they were real to me. But there's just they vibrate at a different vibration. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very, of course, you're open and your energy is inviting to them. So I like that. But this is the other thing where, they are with the Queen of Cups, very in tune with spirit. And the Hierophant is their higher self, drawing them to see things with clarity. And the World card. So there's this ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures too. And I feel like as they're getting older, it's important here. I feel like if you've ever heard of indigo children, I feel like they come with a specific purpose. And, unfortunately, we'll get like uh, diluted by humanity, and people like saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, don't tell anyone that, suppress, 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 fear, fear, fear. And then we end up pushing our gifts down into the subconscious and get consumed by the world. And I feel like it's an important thing for you to be that for them, and just be, it's totally normal. Don't be afraid of it. They can't hurt you. Don't, if they tell you to do something dangerous, come talk to me first. That's just a joke, because they won't if it's of spirit. But that's how you can have that. Yeah. So it's good, and you can tell them, there's a whole community, and there's so many people that talk. Okay, good. I have friends who are psychologists and counselors, and they all know I hear the voices. I don't hear them audibly, I get them like dropped in as memories into my head. But they're like, um, normally I have to report this, but I know you. But if they ever tell you to do bad things, come talk to me. So I like that. They gave me the talk too. All right, I know, I know. If it ever told me to do something harmful, I would know that's not of spirit. All right. But I like that for you. So that's what's coming in there, for you. Definitely give them all the support that you feel you want to, encouragement, and I love it. I love it. So that's what they have for you, Johanna. Thanks. I love that for them. But definitely, I feel like they definitely have some great things that they're going to do to help the planet, and the collective too. So uh, they definitely can use a all the encouragement that we can give them. I know, it's exciting. So thanks again for the donation. I appreciate that so much, Johanna. Good to see you. And then we've got a few more here. So Brenda Tejada, thank you so much for your sticker. I love your stickers. Oh, you get two. All right. Thank you for your dual stickers here. So your first one, you want to know, how is Arnold? How do they feel about you? And will he communicate today with you? And you don't understand how he hasn't reached out yet. Okay, let's take a look here. So what's going on with Harold? All right. And will he communicate today? All right. All right. Well, their feelings for you here. I mean, you've got the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, which is a new heightened love here. So I feel like they have this interest. They do have this energy here. They, I mean, even on the bottom of the deck, yeah, I mean, boom, 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 all this, King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Full card. I mean, these two together, I'm sorry, these two together, abundance, overflowingness, and the Full card is a brand new beginning of a brand new adventure. So I do feel like this is all that energy they have uh, towards you here, and I like that. We'll see what's going on here. Will they contact you today? You got the star card, which is dreams come true and all full of hope. And so this feels like a yes that they will communicate with you today. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah. So they've got some home life stuff going on here. We've got the Seven of Wands, which is someone that's demanding their attention. The Nine of Pentacles has to do with um, them being home and, in the physical world. It's just required them to be there. And it's not like they have like a wife or another girlfriend or anything like that. I feel like it's more family. Someone needed them and very demanding individual in their life that was just like, I need you here and this is going on. And so they dropped everything to be there. So I like that they have that devotion to family because if anything moves into where you become their family, they will put you, in in the number one position and also do that for you as well. So I like that there for you. So definitely reinforce they are very happy and very, looking forward, to moving on this new adventure with you. But something just kept them back. Um, that urgent, 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 and that they presented it to them as an emergency. And then when they, of course, dropped everything and went to their aid, they're like, really? But, you know, I feel like it is someone who does that quite often to them. It would be like, a grandmother or mother, or it could be a father, grandfather, or someone like that too. That what is it that it's when someone feels like they have all the diseases, whatever that is called, it's like they're like, "Oh my gosh, I thought I was having a heart attack." And they're like, no, it was this gas, they ate something that gave them gas, and it made them think they were having a heart attack. So so that's what's going in there. I feel like you guys will laugh about it later. Right. So that's for, your first one there. I'm gonna jump to Dune, and then I'll be right back to you, Brenda, there. So Dune, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. All right. So your question here, Dune, let me see here. Okay, yeah, and I do see, um, Tanyeka. I do show your Cash App, and then also Amber, I see your guys's too. Yours came in after Dune and Brenda, so you guys will be up after that. All right. So Dune, you contacted the Ministry of Tourism in the country of Jordan, where you have your kids, and gave them advice how to increase the tourism to the country. Wow, that's very nice of you. Free of charge, huh? So let's take a look here. You have some degree in tourism science. Look at you. All right, let's take a look here and see. Will he contact you and what will happen here? Let's see here. So will he contact you and what will happen? All right. Let's see here. All right. Wow. Oh, well, I like it. They seem to be open-minded here. So, with the King of Swords, who's the master of communication, and the Hermit card, I feel like they will contact you. I just feel like it's going to be not gonna be very fast that they do it, because the hermit card kind of feels like whoever you're contacting might be, like, out of the office, or there's some sort of delay, because with that hermit card, I feel like they're away. Maybe they're traveling, I don't know. But the King of Swords does show that open-mindedness and communication, and it's communication. So I like that. And what will happen, we got the Empress, which is abundance and new birth and nurturing. So I feel like, that they're going to be appreciative of the information, and I feel like they actually take some of what you are suggesting, um, into account here, because the Magician card is action and movement. The Three of Wands is going a different direction too. So I like that. And even the Two of Wands is the power, like they're gonna, you have a choice of going one way or another there. So I do feel like they will, take some of the advice that you gave them, and they're appreciative of it, and they contact you to kind of thank you. I don't know if that, with that Empress, if they're gonna give you any financial reward from it. Empress could, but I feel like it's more birth and that coming in here. Yeah, the bottom of the deck is more Eight of Swords, which is more of a change of communication and change of how they present things or something like that. Um, so I don't know necessarily feel like they're gonna, like they have the ability to reward. Maybe they'll give you something that, maybe not financially, but they might be like, "Hey, we can send you this complimentary gift that we have that we can give away," something like that. Maybe something like that, but not. I don't feel like they're in a place where they can give you, any kind of financial things there. All right. So that is what they have for you, dude. I'm excited, and it's very heartwarming for you to help with tourism, because I'm sure they could use the funds for their country. All right. So thank you again for your donation, and then Brenda, thank you for your additional donation there. And you want to know general for today, what's coming up for you? All right, let's take a look here. What is coming up here for you? What does Spirit want you to know? All right, what else here? All right, we got the bottom of the deck here. Let's see here. All right. All right. So, the bottom of the deck, we've got the Prince of Wands, which is the page of Wands. So there is some passion and excitement that does happen today. But I feel like it starts off here with the High Priestess, where you kind of feel like you know, the High Priestess goes away from the chaos of the world, is alone in her High Priestess temple, connecting upward, looking backward, diving deep into her emotions. And you even have the Strength card here, which is your human self connecting with your higher self there. So I feel like the day kind of starts off kind of spiritual and connecting with spirit, but there is movement that happens later in the day with the Six of Swords, where you move from like feeling choppy waters to calmer waters. Swords is communication. So I do feel like you get communication later today, but you have this movement of stepping out of your fears and moving um, into a higher way of thinking. And it's interesting because I feel like if you will let go of the wanting and the missing feelings that you're feeling, it's like as soon as we let go of the want and we just start going into this space of gratitude for what I have in my life right now, that's when things happen, right? It's like when you're expecting a package to arrive and you're like been watching it and it's like taking forever. Is it here yet? It's not here. And when you go like, you know what? It's going to get here when it gets here. Knock, knock, knock. It gets delivered. It's that kind of thing. Because you even have the tower, which is about suddenness, lightning striking out of nowhere in a positive way. So I feel like it's sudden communication, but I do feel like it happens when you let go of you know, the wanting, the feeling missing, hearing from this individual, right? I just feel like it's stepping into seeing things from a higher perspective helps these things happen too. And it's truly a cantful spirit, like, "Oh, I'm letting it go." They're like, "I can see your heart, you're not," you know? Trust me, I tried that before. But it's like, okay, so when we really go, "You know what? I'm grateful for what I've had. I'm grateful for the communication I have had from them," instead of the wanting, because then we're telling spirit we enjoy the wanting and the waiting, and they're like, "All right, we'll give you some more waiting." And it's like, "No." When we focus on gratitude, then that's when we have things come in. So hopefully that helps, Brenda. And hang in there, my dear. All right. So that is what they have for that for you today. And again, thank you for your additional sticker there. All right. Let me clear that up there. And so up next was Tanyeka, if I'm saying that right. You're probably not, and my apologies. And so you just want to know if you run across Rob's mind. All right, let's take a look here. See if you if you run across their mind. I'm like, don't run them over. Let's take a look here. See what's going on here. Okay. Let's see what's going on here with Ronald McDonald. I do feel that you do here, just know on the bottom of the deck, we've got the 3 of cups, so I feel like they've got multiple love interests that are going on inside of their life. Um, you know, and we got the 8 of pentacles, which is I feel like they're doing a lot of work. So they're like, they're very consumed about their outside world and making things happen. I don't know if they're going to school, but it's this intern uh trying to become a master, or an apprentice trying to become a master. They're putting in all this work and all this activity into their outside world, trying to achieve, trying to achieve, and that's where a lot of their energy is being taken here. And even, they've got the high priestess and the emperor here, which, you know, I kind of feel like this would be the two of you. The high priestess is you, where you kind of feel like you go into your high priestess temple, but you're very in tune, very connected to your empathic abilities and, the emotional, spiritual side of life. And they're like the emperor, busy, busy work. I've got the emperor kingdom to work with. And so they're so busy trying to run their kingdom. That's the kind of energy I was feeling before with this 8 of Pentacles. But you do come across their mind. I know that you bring them a lot of joy here with the 10 of Cups. So you do come across here, in those moments when they're allowing themselves to feel. But again, we've got this 5 of Cups energy, and I can see here with this 5 of Cups, this all these spilt cups, and the transformation that they're going through with their emotions. But I feel like they're the kind of person that will they'll stuff and repress their emotions, try to keep themselves so busy that they don't feel emotion, if that resonates. But and that explains a lot why they're so busy, 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 so focused out here, because they know if they have downtime that they'll think about all this old emotion they had. They love feeling, the 10 of Cups energy. They love feeling the joy and that energy there. But I feel like they don't want to have to sit still very long to think about other emotions that they've had in their life, if that makes sense. But that's what I feel is coming in there. So I do feel they come across, their mind, but I feel like it's a frenzy all the time that, you know, um, I feel like they need something to trigger things on the outside world, because I feel like they're just so busy, busy, busy. When they come across a text or something that you gave them or something like that, then they're like, "Oh yeah, and then back to busy, 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 on to the next thing. That's the kind of energy I feel from them. So hopefully that helps, Tanika. But that's what's going on right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Amber, you are up next. So Amber, thank you for your donation. And your question is, what messages do you need to hear? What do your guides want you to focus on, and how to do it? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, so they're going to do it in order, it seems here. So, what do you need to hear? All right. Well, you got the star card here. So, what do you need to hear? Couple things with the star card. Well, actually, a few things. So, one is the star card here represents you. I don't know if you're an Aquarius. Star card is Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. But the star card represents your higher self. And so they're about, when you cut the hermit card, when they have a lantern in the hermit card, the star inside of the lantern is this. And so this is your guiding light. And so, they're wanting you to be aware that it's important at this time in your life. This year is a year of great movement and transformation and change for you. Aquarius energy, I see why they're bringing Aquarius energy. Pluto is moving into Aquarius. It's a big year of significant change and alteration in our world. But definitely for you, it represents dreams come true and wishes too. And this is the clarity that they want you to bring in, is connecting to your higher self to really find out what it is you want to do with your life. How do you want to share this beautiful unconditional love in your heart with the world in your own unique way? Star card also represents balance. Usually it has 7 stars in the original, which represent the 7 chakras. And so there's an importance of balance coming into your life too, between those different different chakras and different areas that they roll over in your life. So I like this, um like living your dream and connecting and understanding what it is, but not letting it like consume you, creating fear of like, oh, I got to live my dream or I'm failing. They're like, no, it's an adventure. They want you to kind of have this balanced approach to it. Something that if you're interested, I mean, it's talking about life purpose here. This is kind of some of the how. Um, this is Discover Your Dharma, Discovering Your Life Purpose by Sahara Rose. If you can pick up the book, it's great. She does have a website, iamsahararose.com. And there she does have there's a purpose tab that has a test where you can find your Dharma archetype. They'll give you like 2 of them. And then there's also under the Ayurveda tab, there's a dosha which talks about your energies. So it can give you some great information and regarding uh, some clarity around what your life purpose is. And it really helps. It brings some clarity. And then if you are interested in the book, I highly recommend the book too. We read it in our Praying Mantis members, and everyone loved it. It was like, wow, inspiring and bringing a lot of clarity. So they want you to know that right now. They want you to focus in on that. Yeah. And then you have the King of Swords, which here is all this air element energy like Aquarius again. But the King of Swords rules over the air, and all the kings are given a second portion of air, which not only makes them the co-ruler with the queen, but the master of thought, communication. If your dream does require schooling or college or higher learning, very much supported with the King of Swords because they rule over higher learning and clarity of mind. But this also is about, focusing on having clarity around what your dream is, not what some other people have told you your dream is supposed to be, but what truly, when you connect to your heart and get out of your head, what is it that you want to do? Because we'll find sometimes we wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. That means that's not our dream. That's someone else's dream that we're living. When we're living our dream, we'll wake up early before the alarm clock and not have to hit snooze 10 times. And we're like, oh, I can't wait to get started. And, on the day, taking step towards my dream. So I like that. And then how to do it, I feel like they did. Wow, yeah, the King of Cups too. So balancing the heart and the mind is how you do it here. So very powerful energies here. We did already talk about get out of your head and into your heart, and allow yourself to really see what your dream is and start taking step toward it right away. So that's what they have for you, Amber. So many, many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right. I think that is, let me just check my email here. I think that was it for the donations. Yep, I believe that is it. Hey, VD. Hey, VD. All right. So we will scroll to the top, and we will start the free readings at 12:25 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, or at 1 hour and 30 minutes into the video. I should write that down and put that in the video so people coming back will know that that's when we started. But so we'll start with Minaheel. You were up first for the. Now I know why you were wondering. Have you got to me yet? Nope. But you're number one. So here we go, Minaheel. You want to know when will you meet your future spouse? All right, let's take a look here. And for everyone with your free readings, if I don't get it completed here in the next 30 minutes, I'll be headed off to my praying mantis session. I'll go eat and I'll come back on because I won't be back on until for free readings until Friday. So I will come back and complete out the free readings. So you might just have to wait a couple hours to get those. All right, Minahio. All right, here we go. So when will you meet your future spouse? It's going to start here. You start with the 3 of Cups, which is kind of getting to know your tribe first. You get this group of individuals that you really love hanging around with. You have a lot of best friends in this little group. Maybe it's like 3 of you, maybe with the 3 of Cups, but it's a very small group, maybe 5, a very, very small group of people that you really just click and really hang around with another. It's non-romantic, it's just great, great friends. From that group, you meet them. They're not part of the group, but they're like related, it's like someone's brother or cousin or like close friend that they're like, I need you to meet this person. That's how you meet them, is through that. So as far as timing, as soon as you start hanging and opening yourself up to this group, that's part of what happens. It's a range of time. It's not like an exact date, time, and hour that you meet your spouse. It's a range, and it all depends on you, how much energy you're putting into that group. Plus the 8 of Cups here. This is you leaving behind emotions that don't serve you anymore. So if it's about you making space and creating this emotional energy pocket to allow this, right? So that tells me that there are some old emotions that are taking up, it takes emotional energy from us to maintain old pain, old suffering when we don't transform it. It's charged still underneath, below the surface. And it's important for you to look at that and transform it into higher wisdom, because that energy you're using to support it and maintain it, like in an emotional shield, that all that emotional energy comes back to you. Also, this is about letting go of relationships that don't serve you anymore, friendships, family, whoever, that you're investing so much energy in, and they're never giving you hardly anything back. It's you're giving 80, 90% of the effort and energy into a relationships, and you're only getting 10 or 20% back on a consistent basis. You can back off and you're retaining, you're getting a lot of this emotional energy back to put in this pocket. And then this group that you end up hanging around, they give, they're not these relationships where you give everything and they give very little back. They're equal givers, and it actually multiplies your emotional energy, which creates the pocket and the higher vibrational energy that brings in this relationship to connect with your future spouse. So I know that was a lot, but luckily you can rewind that as many times as you want. So that's what's coming in there for you, Minaheel. So many blessings to you. All right. So many blessings. All right. And then love 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, thank you for your additional donation. It just came through there. So we'll pop down here and thank you again for your additional donation if I didn't say that already. I get all excited about readings. I'm addicted to spirit. What can I say? All right, let's take a look here. So you've got two questions. First question. Okay, very good. And then, all right, very good. So of course, uh, when it comes to any kind of medical questions, disclaimer in the description box of the video. And so we'll answer that there. Okay. And then question number two. All right. Wow. All right. I know. I have to say it, that's how it works. I don't see anything here. You got the Ace of Cups, which is a happy card. And the Emperor card is about just needing to take some charge in some things in your life and making some decisions, putting form around things and taking actions on things. So nothing serious, but you do have to like step up and make some changes and put a plan together to alter some stuff. But nothing, I don't feel like anything serious with that Ace of Cups there. So no worries. No worries there. All right. And then for your second question, you're like, "Oh, yes, I do." Um, so contract jobs. So LCRWS. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, I feel like at both, quite actually here. You have the devil card, which is Capricorn, which actually rolls over the 10th house of work, and doing the work. So you definitely have this um energy coming in around that Capricorn. I felt very positive about getting that. It's not about, because it's all about doing the work, and so I like that. And then you got 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, which is equal, 3 on each side, and that's why I feel like you get both. You get some um contracts through both. 6 of Cups is, movement of emotion, but it's 3 on each side, 6 of Pentacles, 3 on each side. So I feel like, yeah, you get both, with that energy, and it feels good. 6 of Pentacles is, abundance, right? Yeah, we can take a look here and see. I feel like that with that Emperor card, if you take control and step into your power, I feel like, it does here. Let's see what else do we have here. Yeah. And the Sun card. By summer. So, I like that. Do we need validation? We do, and then you get the summer sun card, victory, and all that, but definitely putting in the work and the energy and the effort, yeah. Too funny. Yeah, yeah, you wanna be the healthiest, so, yeah, definitely, and stress, of course, always impacts our digestive system, so, you know, we know about that already, though. You're very welcome, and thank you again for your donation, I greatly appreciate that. Alright, enjoy. Alright, and then Johanna, thank you so much for your additional donation, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're an official Indigo child too. Let's take a look here. I love that. I had a feeling that you were when we mentioned that about your nephew, but let's take a look here. That would explain some stuff. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Right. What about these? Yeah. And all right. Yeah. Well, starting off with the hanged one here, definitely seeing things from a higher perspective and a being of transformation and um, hanging from a indigo um, flower. What's the name of the flower? It's the it's the one that grows through the mud. Lotus. My goodness. Hanging from an indigo lotus flower. Yeah, lotus. Eventually gets there. So I love that, and it's what they bring in. I love how they show this too. Let's see if I can get it to focus in here and not be so bright. But you can see the little vine that's growing down their leg here, and it brings down here into this enlightenment here too. So yeah, this would definitely confirm that. And you got the Knight of Cups, bringer of unconditional love. You know, the Knight of Cups, they're on a quest for the higher love, the chalice, the Holy Grail. So the bringer of unconditional love to the world, like a lot of enlightened masters and light beings, definitely there. And you've got the Six of Cups, which has a lot of past life energies coming in here. And so you definitely have past lives where, you've been doing significant work to help the planet with all of that too, because you have helped the world with ending old cycles and beginning of new cycles. And definitely for this time and this day and age, Aquarius South Node. Oh, okay, yeah. So you're definitely, I was just about to say with this age of Aquarius, that's funny that you said that. Because I'm like, especially during this age now where for the next 2 decades with Pluto going into Aquarius, the world is going through a huge transformation. The Four of Swords, mental stability, helping people see things from a higher perspective to help relieve fears. And also, if we needed any more confirmation, the Three of Cups represents the posse, the spiritual support from the upper realms, and the Knight of Wands is movement of spiritual energy too. So yeah, definitely all of this is telling me that would be an affirmative. Of course, they didn't want to just say yes. They wanted to share all of this, that you've come here for the time such as this, with the moving into the age of Aquarius, and the movement. And I love that your South Node is in Aquarius, because that's what we come into this world with, and it's what we revert to in times of stress, which, you're on the other side, your North Node is Leo, um, Leo energy. So the higher vibration of Leo is being a leader and, helping, lead the world in those directions. So I definitely, can see all this. You got all these nights, you have these quests of helping people, bring the love to the world and bring that spiritual energy to the world. So definitely you can also understand why you're drawn to help your nephew, because it's like, this is what I do. I help people. I help people understand their energy, transform their emotions, um, see things from different perspectives, especially with that hanged one message. So I like it for you very much, on brand. Indigo. Oh, indigo child. So I love it for there for you. And that's what they have for you, Johanna. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And I'm excited for you. Yeah. You know, and we all do in the beginning and at times, but definitely the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. I know, even I thought my intuition was really sharp before I started doing live readings about a year and a half ago, but it's just gone into, like, steroid level, because it's like the more you use it, the more you're connecting, the more it's like a muscle, the more you work it out, beefcake, you become very strong. And with it. So the more you do it, the more that will come in for you there. Minna Hill, yes, just barely, but I did do yours. And yours was like a couple ago, before Johanna and before Love 1234, I believe. Yeah, because you're the only free reading I've got to so far. I already did yours. Now that I read your your message there, Minnie Hill, I can start it, but I already did yours. I did start it. But I do honor donations, so I always, prioritize those, and I appreciate it. I know sometimes it's, when you guys are waiting for free readings, it can be frustrating, but it's how I earn my living, and so I'm so appreciative of people who are able to give donations, my monthly subscribers too, which Johanna, you are one, thank you for that, and anyone that purchases my services, because otherwise I'd be doing a full-time job and I'd be exhausted. I wouldn't be here hardly at all. So, because of that, I'm able to do this. So, big thank you to all of you. I'm only going to be on for about 14 more minutes. So, if anyone else does want their reading prioritized, of course, a donation of any kind will do that. Otherwise, I'll be back in a couple hours. Let's see, 1 to 2, 2 to 2:33. Probably around 3:30, which will be about 3 hours. 3 hours from now, 2.5, 3 hours from now. So, oh, cool. I just got this new dragon ring. Let me see if my fingers were inflated this morning. Yeah. So I got my little dragon ring. I got that one and then my old one here too that I didn't put on yet. I love Chinese dragons. Um, which one of my spirit guides is actually, I call him, his name is Zephyr, but he comes to me as a Chinese dragon. I love it. All right, so yeah, Zephyr. I call him Z for short, but Zephyr like the wind. He's an air element. Fun, fun. All right, so I know everyone's waiting, so I will jump back here. Nice chatting with you, though. So Grace 1111, you're the next free reading up here. You want anything you need to know? All right, well, card flying out here for you. Yeah. Well, Grace, you've got the Ace of Cups. So you do have this new love energy coming your way with the Four of Wands. And so on one side of this, they're saying, you do have new love coming the way, which leads to marriage with the Four of Wands. But there's also, in the meantime, the Ace of Cups is about turning inward and upward and finding and connecting to this beautiful unconditional love from the upper realms, and the Four of Wands is, the card of joy and celebration too. And so there's this, while you're waiting, what helps speed things up, what helps bring the loves of our life and things to us sooner is raising our love vibration. Because when we're in a lower vibration, it is heavy, it's low, it slows things down. But as we raise our love vibration, it speeds things up. And things like joy and gratitude and unconditional love, also we draw in things that match that energy instead of when we focus on lower vibrational energy, drawing in lower vibrational things. So I love this hope of like love is in the air, love is on its way. You have new love coming. It is someone that it leads to marriage, but to speed it up, it's like raise your love vibration, focus on joy and celebration as much as you can. And if you're able to go to a wedding, if you get invited to one, definitely go to it. Also, is a side message there. All right, so that's what they have for you, Grace 1111. So many blessings to you. Hey, HTTPS. All right, Infinity is one. Thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. Do you have a fated relationship in this lifetime? Great question. So, you probably have heard me talk about that. Sometimes in our different lifetimes, We will have a fated relationship, where it's designed, it's destined, like, yeah, we're gonna be together for the experiences, our base, our minimum experience here. It's like when you get a vacation package and you choose it, it comes with the package. Other lifetimes, we choose where it's an option whether we're going to have a fated relationship or not. So that's what we're going to find out here. Is uh, a relationship? Do you have a fated one or fated ones? Anything that they want you to know about it, or is it optional? And anything they want you to know about it. All right, let's take a look here. This one right here. Come on. Someone playing hard to get there. All right, there it is. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. You've got the Knight of Pentacles as your overall energy regarding this. So, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all, and I do feel like this means that there is a fated one, but oh my gosh, it is like watching grass grow. They're like, yeah, but it's later. It's like more of a later relationship, fated relationship. So you have a faded one, but it just comes later, there for you. Like, yay! It's not always good to know. But in the meantime, I feel like you have the Queen of Wands here, and so there's a lot of this is about developing your spiritual relationship, and the Four of Pentacles has to do with this. The reason why, you wanted it to be designed where it was, like, later in your life that it comes in is because you wanted to learn about your connection to spirit, and also the Four of Pentacles, which is realizing, going through these lessons with kind of soulmates and little, mini relationships. I think they call 'em mini relationships, but, um, where you learn that people can't make you happy, like relationship situations and things. The outside world, when we define ourselves by it, we feel unstable. So we turn inward and upward and like, ta-da, we find that love that we're looking for. And then we fill up, and then that's when they come in later. It's like in a past lifetimes, you guys went through stuff together. But in this lifetime, it's like, you know what? Let's do our work separate and come together and have good times where they've done a lot of their inner work, you've done a lot of your inner work, and you guys come together like that, right? And I like that because you've got a lot of time of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture here as well. So a lot of time focusing on you, developing you, taking time for you, has been here, quite a bit. And the Magician, like, also stepping into your power, realizing you don't have to depend on anyone else. You can stand on your own. You're all powerful. And you even have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is about putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, you know, learning what you wanted to learn. And then when you reach that point of master, it's like the Eight of Pentacles, a lot of times they'll give me a story about a caterpillar, um, hanging around a bunch of other caterpillars, and everyone's like, "Yeah, let's go into the cocoon, and we're gonna become, butterflies, and we're gonna go do stuff and do butterfly stuff." And you're like, "Yeah," and then you go into your cocoon and you're going through all this transformation and doing all this, and then you bust out of the cocoon and drying off your wings, getting ready to fly, and you look around and there's all these fat caterpillars around because while you were cocooning and transforming, they were just eating more leaves. And they were like, "It seemed like a lot of work. We decided not to do it." And you're like, "Well, I can't go back in and become a caterpillar. I can't reverse the process. And I'm not going to carry you guys." And but this is like the later in life, right? It's like you're going through this cocoon, your fated relationship is going through their cocoon, and all these other people that around you that you have been around, which really are helping you transform, but they chose not to. You come out as a butterfly, and then you go flutter to go do butterfly things, and that's where you find the other butterfly. And so that hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in there. Yeah, you even have the full card on the bottom, which is ending of old cycle and the beginning of a new adventure. So it's you have a whole new world that happens later in your life. And I'm not talking about like 80s or whatever. I'm talking more just, later, not like the spring chicken times of ours, but more, like in our 40s, 50s. I'm not don't know how old you are, but it's more like that's when you find it's like wow, but you have other experiences between now and then, but they're not the faded, rest of your life type of relationship, if that makes sense. All right, so that's what they got for you, Infinity. Hopefully that helps. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the adventure, butterfly. All right. And then HTTPS, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. And I want to know what your angels want you to know about a past life. All right, let's take a look here and see what additional past life they'd like you to know about. What past life they'd like you to know about here? Anything else? Okay. All right. Let's see what you had here. All right. So, oops, didn't mean to hit my microphone. Sorry if that was loud. So, in this lifetime, you have divine feminine energy, Queen of Pentacles, very motherly. So I feel like you were the mother of a lot of children of your own, and a lot that weren't as well. You have that Judgment card here, which was like there was this calling that you had there, and I feel like from very young in that lifetime, you just were like you were the not quite the oldest, but you were one of the older children in your family, and you were raising and helping raise children since you were very young. And then when you got older and got married and had children, I feel like you were in a time of where there was like war. I don't feel like it was modernish. I don't see like vehicles. I feel like more horse and buggy, cart and horse type of time period. And there was like a war where a lot of children lost their parents, and you took on it's almost like you had an unofficial orphanage. You brought in a lot of children from different families, and so you had like it was like old mother shoe. Like, was it the old woman who lived in a shoe? If you ever had those, you know, the old nursery rhymes, the old woman who lived in a shoe and she had so much children. That's who you were in a way. Maybe you were the inspiration of the story, but that was there. And oh yeah, and it was so much joy here. Yeah, I mean, you were a bright sunshiny person here. It's funny because this is Leo energy that usually has they have the little inner child there, if you can see it there. They're there. Um, but you were this bright, you just had endless joy, and you just felt like that was your calling to help nurture people. I mean, you were Knight of Cups, so you were a bringer of love and light, there. And Ace of Pentacles. You just helped people so much with opportunities, and you never turned anyone away, either. I love that. Yeah, and look at 10 of Pentacles. You had a full life there. Just you didn't have a whole lot, you know. Um, there was like this not that you lived in a well, not so much a shack, but I feel like you lived on like you had a farm, and you like a lot of the children lived in the farm above in the hay, and you guys tried to make it where it was warm, and you just because you lived on a farm, you were able to feed a lot, and they all worked and they helped, but it and I feel like you were married, there too, but I feel like they were so busy all the time too, with, helping, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful, full life, which, it's just great. I just feel like that lifetime was, you didn't feel like, you needed a whole lot to be happy, because it was just the relationships and seeing as people grew up and they went away, and you saw that you allowed them to have new opportunities in life, where they were able to go away to school or they became something, and because of it, you did have that. Yeah. So I really like that, for you, and that's what they want you to know about that lifetime. I love that. Wow. Ah, very cool. So boom, there you go. Hey, Bumika, no, I only completed like 2 free readings. It was, um, Minihio and, Grace are the only ones I completed, and, but I will be back here in a couple hours to complete out all the free readings. I'm gonna take some screenshots real quick here, because when I do come back, I will go in order as we had, um as they came into the chat, and I will post a pinned comment also at the end. Cutie is who we'll start with. Yeah, let me just have to focus when I do some things, so I make sure I don't miss anyone here. Um, but I will pin the comment and put the order in which the readings are completed, so that you can find your reading much more quickly. But Ed, I am going to be heading off here in just a couple seconds to my um, praying mantis members. See, I can't do two things at the same time. um, and that'll be on there for about an hour, hour and a half, and then I'm going to eat too. So I'll probably be back in about 2 hours or so, and I'll finish out all the free readings today sometime though, because I'm not back until Friday for free readings. And if anyone wants a reading in the meantime, of course, I do offer personal readings. All the information is listed in the description box of the video down below if you're interested in all of that. I do have relationship readings at half off as well. Sorry, almost done here. All right. Yeah, there's quite a few, so I will be back to finish those out. All right. Okay, yep, so that's all, everyone. So I shall return. You are very welcome, HTTPS, and thank you again for that donation. And thank you guys so for all the donations. I know sometimes in the mornings, in some of the sessions, that I don't get to the free readings right away, but the donations are what help support me to be able to do that. And I do love to come back and give back to my community. So thank you guys again for all the thumbs up, all of the subscribers too. I wanted to make sure, if you guys are not aware, I did hit 2,000 plus subscribers, and so I do have a giveaway. Let me just put that here real quick. So here's the link to that. Make sure to get into that if you want to get into the drawing that I'm going to have at the end of the month. I'm going to be giving away some personal readings, so you can do that. Here is the relationship reading announcement about the half off price and what comes with those. And oh yeah, don't forget, I did have a new podcast introduction for From Chaos to Cozy, so be sure to check that out. And I'll be having new podcasts coming out on Sunday morning, so I'm excited for those. All right, everybody, thanks again for all the love, all the support, all the thumbs up, and your thirst for hearing from Spirit, especially. It's such a joy to have you guys here, and I feel so blessed and so grateful. So until I see you guys again, remember, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You guys hang in there and take care. We'll see you soon.